He's got only 2, and Ashgar
Ooh.
is down to 24.
Oh, 24? No,
Mm-hmm.
no, no.
Uh,
3 manticores. I was really expecting us to die there, to be honest.
well, it was a random roll. All
I
right.
made it though.
So, Shiu led the last left off. Shiu had led your way, the party's way down into the sewers to track down that rat folk that he saw run down there. The one from the party. Uh, you lost him at some point. Not entirely sure where he went though. And when the rest of you came up ground, you discovered that several cops were asking questions as to what you were doing.
Fucking
Uh,
cops. Not okay. Who believes in policing anyway? No, no, no.
right. So the
So.
next day, some of you went off to do private guild stuff. Uh, Zaire went off to the Questgiver Temple and discovered that there was something going on somewhere to the west. This prompted you to eventually to find one of the adventuring guilds in town that you hadn't joined yet, and discovered a guild called the Gold Seekers Guild.
Mm-hmm.
You decided, hey, they're about your speed, uh, and after putting in some requests for magical items to see if you can find any, and one of you getting a magical item that turned out to be cursed, stuck to one's
It's,
hand.
it's if it's only that, it's fine.
Yeah, you headed off for adventure. Um, with your new Luxodon companion, uh, Impelic. After a few days' travel, not too far away from where you want to go, well, probably still another 2 days' travel to where you want to go, uh, you were ambushed by a group of manticores. Uh, Thankfully, all of you survived in spite of your terrible wounds that some of you suffered. So, what would you guys like to do?
Um, we proved ourselves. I would like to finish our long rest. Weren't we gonna take one?
Yes, but Lucius, in case had any other actions we wanted to take this evening in camp.
I don't think so. I'm good.
I'm
Oh,
good as
oh,
well.
I'm gonna go into my lamp and take a bath.
All right. So
That sounds like we're
the
dying.
bodies of 3 manticore are kind of like lay strewn across the grass.
Oh, uh, don't they have like poison? No, they don't have poison.
They have quills.
Yeah, but they're not poisonous, so I can't do anything with them. So I'm good. I was like, if they're poisonous, I could have some good cocktails, but no, we're good. I mean, I'm good. I don't know if y'all will do something.
I thought we already harvested them last game.
We did. We
Well,
rolled to harvest.
Mm-hmm.
did you? Oh, I see. You were making some test rolls. Never mind. I was looking at your things going up, and I just saw attack rolls there, and it's like then I'm looking up further and wondering if.
Oh, that was me testing
Ah,
stuff for the new thing.
new
But
character.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah,
we
no, there
made
you go.
rolls.
Yeah, I already declared on. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so
By the way, they added a new feature, which is very cool. If you cast spells now, you can click on Show Spell Description on the token.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Actually works now.
It's a matter of knowing what you're doing kind of with the UI, but you can set it to show automatically, to show only the description,
Yeah,
to
but
show the
now,
attack. Oh, we'll see.
now, now you can just do it from the token itself. You don't have to go in there and like, okay, for this spell I want it, for this spell I don't. Because like some Yeah, but like for instance, Minesweeper has this weird effect, which like I can now be like, oh yeah, this is the fact. We need to remember that. It's just nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Anyway, I'm in my lamp. I don't care about what happens out there for the next 4 hours. Have fun. Oh, I'm gonna set up my nice clay statues in my room.
Oh,
I'm gonna
he's gone in the bottle.
I'm gonna get to work cooking a manticore steak, I guess, for everybody.
Make sure.
Is that going to be for breakfast, or are you having a late dinner, a late extra dinner here?
I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is using the campfire. Like how sometimes they would do while camping is like basically wrap it up in leaves and the like and bury
Mm-hmm.
it in the embers so it
Yeah.
bakes basically overnight.
Yeah, I used to love doing that sort of stuff.
If you would permit that.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I've done that in real life, so I know how that works.
Cool. Yeah, I would love to do that.
Okay, then.
Do you want me to go ahead and roll survival? Or
Yes,
roll
please.
my cooking utensils, like see how I execute it? Or would you prefer survival?
Cooking utensils, of course.
Okay.
Yep, you wrapped it up in some leaves that you're pretty sure were ones you probably had on you that you've been saving, like not edible leaves, but good that won't poison your food and keep it nicely insulated. It is buried in there, and that'll be a nice breakfast.
I think Zero make sure the bottle is safe in camp. Because bottle.
All right, you come to consciousness the next day. Your steaks are decently cooked. Nice, decent breakfast. Which the herbivore among you, the Luxodon that you're traveling with, does not partake in, of course.
Yep. I will I'll look through our stores and look for something that might be a bit more to their taste. Maybe something along the lines of maybe a nice crusty bread toasted over the fire and some kind of preserve. A little bit of a sweet treat to start off the morning.
Your elephant person friend is most agreeable to this. Thank you.
Of course.
That was quite a bad business that you got into last night. I'm grateful that you were able to stop the advance before it could get to our cart.
Oh yeah.
Go middle.
Jade here is really good at the hitting them from a distance there.
What'd you say? Sorry.
He was saying that she was really good at hitting them from a distance.
But he was. Actually, hearing this, if there's any kind of remnant
I'm going to the bathroom.
of the meal,
Okay.
he'll push a little bit more towards the tiny owl. Like a very quiet, good job. So, shall we pack up camp? Move on?
Yes, sounds good. I probably got out of the land because we had a long rest, right?
Yes, you guys have taken a long rest. It is now the nice new day.
Got a new bottle of respite. Spell slots. Oh yeah, those are spells. I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself because I can with an invocation. So I get some nice AC.
Wait, you have AC in the wilderness? Lucky bastard.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
That was a chilling reception.
We got a glamper over here.
Okay. Hey, Mr. Where to next? You're leading us somewhere, right?
Well, yes, we'll be continuing down the road till we get to the town. And then from there, we'll find out exactly where this cave that they discovered is.
Good. Let's get going.
Right. Stand up.
I'll pack up with my things and we'll head out.
Here we
Also, I can't recall, does Roll20 have a long rest button?
No, sadly.
No.
Yeah, no. It'd be nice if we did.
Yeah, the D&D Beyond one never worked for me anyway.
If you click it like confirm, basically, for that one.
I know it still wouldn't work even when I confirmed it for whatever reason, but it's fine.
Ah.
All right, so
Zern,
go ahead.
keep an eye out, basically.
All right, so roll your perception.
Bear.
All right, it is a nice clear day. And the Luxodon looks over at his maps and nods his head and looks at the sky and says, "I'm pretty sure we'll get there sometime around noon tomorrow."
That's good.
Hopefully we don't run into any more problems along the way.
Oh, where's your sense of adventure?
No, I wouldn't mind another snack. Kind of pats his belly.
Two characters didn't mind fighting. Or some others might not like it as much. Mainly the ones that almost died. It's fine.
All right. I keep hearing a lot of clicking, by the way. If you guys can mute yourself a bit, that would be great.
Yeah, sorry.
Thanks. Alright, so you've been down for another night. Things are much better this time. No manicore scurrying out. There are some nice hills, so it's no longer just a pure flat area with a road going through it and the occasional tree. And in fact, you're at a crossroads. You're not even the only caravan in the area. There's a few. Basically, there's a nice little area that looks like, people traveling back and forth who need to stop and take a breather. Stop when they don't quite make it to a town. Looks like at one point, gazing around, that there might have been, someone's inn out here, but there's like just only remnants, bits of stone here and there that suggest that perhaps there was a structure at one point. There is currently one other not truck, but wagon at camp currently. They're kind of like at the opposite end of of the area for you. It's kind of like, you know, if you're traveling in the Midwest of the United States and you know, need to pull off and take a breather for the night. You're at a nearly abandoned truck stop, and there's another truck at the opposite end of that truck stop. But that the only diner there has been shut down, so there's just parking lot. That's pretty much the vibe you're getting here. So you just spend an uneventful night.
I think other ones keeping an eye, make sure they don't do anything. That's just because that's a Syrian.
All right, give me a perception roll, Azirian.
Alright, see you here. Sorry. She just got him from work.
All right.
I wouldn't mind doing a little bit of scavenging while he's looking around. See if we can find any like wild roughage.
All right. Roll a survival check. You find like a handful of berries, but not really much any else at this place.
Okay. I'll pocket those for the next morning for the Luxodon friend.
All right. As for Zirian, the other wagon has set up a tent. Someone, it looks like maybe a one of the bunny folk with, you know, somebody with really tall ears, standing in shadow is just outside, just like gazing up at the sky. You can kind of make out a silhouette.
Mm-hmm. He'll never knows what he sees, but doesn't see anything like suspicious or that. So he's like, he'll pay them mind, but not enough to like. He's not gonna go run over there, basically. Just alert. You need sleep. Curse this sleep.
All right. The next day, the other wagon is already pulling out of the stop as you guys start to wake up and come around.
Hmm.
So just do you guys just head off at this point? Is there anything you wish to do?
How well off does the caravan look? Or did it leave already?
It was leaving as you woke up, and it looked like it was just one person.
Nah, I'm not gonna. But does it look wealthy?
Roll an investigation check.
Doesn't look.
You had all night to check that thing out, and only now when it's leaving and getting further and further away from you are you interested. Yeah, you barely make it out in the distance at this point.
Let's get going.
Alright. So you guys head up north, and by the time noon rolls around, you're there at the village. Backgrounds, freehand. Let's see if I can actually get a nice token for this. Come on, assets. Load up. Well, I do have regional map. Yeah. Well, it's actually a small town, not really a village per se.
Mm-hmm.
Come here. Tyrek. Made to Tyrek, which is on the
Super sorry, I have to step away for 2 seconds.
Enderwick Hills.
Forgot to fill the water jug for my animals. It's one of like self-filling ones, so I'm gonna be 2 minutes. But please
Okay.
continue without me.
Alright.
Hmm?
Yeah, that's the name of the location.
So, big man, any idea what we're gonna find there?
No, we just have the information from the quest givers. There's an issue. Alright.
Hmm.
There you go.
Okay.
There's the village marker now.
Where?
Your thing is on top of it. Well, town marker actually. Why do I keep calling it a
right,
village?
right.
It's a small town.
Where's one
We
of my
might be on
background?
the wrong. We might be on the wrong map.
Oh, sorry. I thought I'd moved you here. My bad.
Oh, good.
It's not in.
So yeah, right there, that little
Okay.
marker.
Wait, do I remember this map?
Yeah, this is the country map.
Country map. Hurrah.
Let's go back.
So, what's the coolest thing you fought? Up until now?
Fought? Oh no. I don't do any fighting. I am an archaeologist. Well, sort of. I enjoy studying ancient cultures and enjoy escorting people there. No, my young assistant and others such as yourselves have done the fighting.
How do you escort without fighting?
Oh, no, see, I am the one who talks to people about, it shows them the region, and those like you are the ones that go in and, help clear up monsters and get rid of traps and everything like that and make sure that everything is safe for, for the tourists. Then they get, of course, a percentage from what the tourists then pay that they're on out, as long as they stay part of the guild.
I guess. Yeah.
Greg,
Yeah?
he's a highly educated tour guide with very high credentials.
I mean, he just sounds like a map. It seems like a lot less hassle to have a map. I don't know.
That's a map. But they can't read a map.
I can read a map.
That's questionable.
I can read. I think. How hard can it be? It's just lines on paper.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I think about it, I probably can't read that well, given my background.
True, but you did sort of have a mentor that would have helped you out with some reading after that. You might not be able to read Grung though. Who knows?
We'll see. Anyway, back to travel.
Yeah, so you've made it to a town on the hills. And you see people, mostly farmers. You see a gate and some walls around the area, and some gatehouses. You see what looks to be fields that are fenced in off in the distance ahead of you. The gate is currently open, and you hear some some of the normal noises you would expect from a town, like the clip clopping of hooves, the occasional squawking of various birds or bird-like creatures, and townspeople talking amongst themselves.
Okay. So where to, man? Is there a good place to drink here?
Well, there's always a tavern, of course. All places like this have them, at least one. Uh, I don't know of any specifically, but I imagine that should be our first stop. Yes, they're more likely to know about where this hole came from.
Yes. That's why I wanted to go there, of course.
Right.
To the tavern.
All right, give me an investigation roll.
I will also be looking for us a tavern, but I think methinks the frog did better.
Look, I got that ground's eye view.
Ground's eye view.
You know, I got
because he can't reach anywhere else.
an ear to the ground. You know.
I'm just not very approachable.
Ah, yes, the guy who you can't even give a handshake.
Well, at least you're not as creepy looking as Mike.
True. Good point. I am the most charismatic, probably. So
They are
Okay, so Greg, having rolled a 23, you quickly identify the 3 taverns in the area. The first one that catches your attention is called Frog Spring. It is directly next to what looks to be the one of the main wells in the area, the one that seem a lot of people drawing from. The next one is called the Dancing Unicorn, which is closer to the stables and the like. Seems to be drawing in crowds of travelers such as yourselves, those that come in by transport. And the third seems to be towards the back of town in a slightly more, let's just call it a more dilapidated district or area, dodgy area, and it's called Red River.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a fun place. Let's go to the one and only one with a good name, the Frog Place. Frogswell? Was that the name?
Called the Frog Spring.
The Frog Spring. Wellspring. Close enough. Let's go to the Frog one. You know it's gotta be good. Federate's the best. Anyway, let's go.
As long as the building isn't poisonous.
Yeah.
You guys are so worried about poison all the time. I don't know why you guys are so worried about it. I never have any problems with it.
Because you're kind of, I mean,
That's just something you believe. We just are very good at dealing with. Anyway, let's go.
And slowly take a step away from Greg.
I haven't even drunken yet.
that's concerning.
All right, so you enter in, and let's see here. I actually have a random map I can actually put you guys on. Hey, Fluffy, you might want to mute while you're typing. Thank you. So this place definitely looks like it is a nicer sort of place than what you've been used to. There are various townspeople. It is noon, so not exactly the drinking hour, but people are coming in for meals and the like. Not so much around the bar, more of them. There's a couple of groups sitting around the tables. And behind the bar is a large frog toad sort of thing. Not a not a grung, but a bullywug is standing behind the bar.
Aww.
And they're just kind of like wiping at a glass as you walk in. Oh, strangers! Hello.
Hello.
And what can I get you in this lovely afternoon?
What would you recommend? What's the specialties of the tavern, so to say?
Are you looking for drink specialties or food specialties?
Both.
Well, for drink specialties, I have just finished checking the brew on my latest batch of Tyric beer. I think it is quite lovely. The water pulled fresh from our local spring. And he kind of gestures towards the door where, out near where the well is. As for food, well, cherry pie is in season. That is a good house specialty. But if you're looking for something a bit more filling, we do have some owlbear steaks on request today.
That sounds good.
What's an owl bear?
It's a big bear that looks like an owl.
It's one of many part bird, part mammal type creatures that exist in the world.
No, I'm saying that as myself because last time we tried to check for my knowledge for an owl bear, I fucked it up.
Yeah. This is true.
Think both the most terrifying parts about an owl and a bear, and then put it together.
Think of a bear with your face, with Shiyu's face.
Yeah, basically. Anyway,
And it smells really bad.
it could be worse. I don't know.
I don't think I could bear that.
Thank you.
Do you guys want some food
Welcome.
too?
I'll take a cherry pie.
Ah, excellent. And pretty soon there is a slice of cherry pie sitting in front of one of the stools at the bar.
Yeah. I'll take me some owlbear steak now.
Ah, yes. That'll be a few minutes while it gets nice and cooked. Do you have a preference to how well it's cooked?
Not well at all.
So you wish fairly rare.
Yes.
A rare owlbear steak it is.
Watch him showed up with like a ruined bear steak. No. Also, we have a few questions about the surrounding area. We're actually here to do some work.
What kind of work?
If I'm not mistaken, there's like a hole.
So he sets the two beers also next to your preferred food, and for the owlbear steak and beer, cherry pie and beer, 5 silver for the steak and 3 silver for the pie with the beer, and the beer's on the side of that. That's like they're a combined price.
I'll pay. Is that enough for both of us? Or not?
Yeah, 5 and 3.
Yeah, I'll do here. Yeah. So about that hole, do you know anything about it?
Hole, and he pauses for a. Oh, do you mean the strange new cave that opened up?
Yes, I think so.
Oh yeah, some people are quite scared. Although I think 2 guards went down. I don't know if either of them came back. They weren't anyone I knew, so I haven't noticed their absence.
We were thinking of going in as well.
Oh, so you are explorers, or those that follow the quest giver, perhaps?
Sort of, yes. we met a new friend, and he was like, you guys get paid for going into stuff, and I'm like, yes, that sounds fun. Also, we might get a lot of money, which sounds very good.
That is a good way of putting it. There are always those that are willing to risk going underground for that. Although I hear there are still a few races that do make burrows underground, and others who will live in caves. Still, it is said to be unwise because it might provoke demons.
Demons, it's fine. Didn't, aren't there like some people who venerate like demons and stuff?
Only the crazy people.
Yeah.
Demons are pure chaos.
Anyway, the steak's very good, sir.
The pie is very well made. I do like it a lot.
Agree.
Glad to hear it.
Do you guys want to eat something? I look at the rest. I'm paying.
Yeah, I'll take an ale.
Would you like one of the beers?
Sure. How about
Uh,
beer and a steak?
Alright. 5 silver and give me a few minutes to cook the steak. How do you want it cooked?
Medium rare.
Alright then. And he gets about frying up your steak on a skillet.
He's not gonna pass off the frog paying for his food.
So how much will that be total? Because I said I'm paying.
So the steak again, with the beer comes with it, is 5 silver. As you guys, as he like looks at you guys, he just like sets a loaf of bread, that has been cut, so that you don't have to worry about cutting it yourselves on the table, not table, sorry, on the bar in front of you guys.
Thank you, sir.
You are spending enough money that is appropriate to add, since you seem to be grouped together.
Yeah.
And he also starts cooking up another one after handing off the medium rare into Zirin for Shiu. So, are you enjoying running quests as it is being adventurers?
Yeah. Pretty good. We haven't died yet, so. We came very close yesterday.
is
No,
very
not
smart.
yesterday. 3 days ago, I think. Or was it 2? I don't know. Is it normal that manticores fly around in this area?
They're seen sometimes. They will tend to shy away from bigger, well-armed groups. Perhaps they did not realize you were so well-armed.
They caught javelins well.
Yeah. I don't know. They were very painful. But we are still here, so I guess it's good. There won't be any minotaurs in the caves, right?
I have no idea.
I don't think there will be.
We found her. I don't know. We can only hope.
I'm also gonna pay for Shion's one. Because he also took one. Anyway, is there anything you can tell us about this town? Is there like a good place to go visit for buying items or stuff?
Well, there is the general store, of course. It is right down the road, not far from here. It is mostly selling bits of dried food and things that are not found on market day. As you might have seen, we have a lot of farmers around, so they sometimes sell farm implements and jams and jellies, things that are preserved.
Sorry, I had a coughing fit. Otherwise, I'd responded sooner. My character will kind of perk up a bit at hearing, the mention of like new preserves and foods and whatnot. That would be my trip there.
Yeah. It's a good idea. We don't know how deep this cave goes. Might be like 10 minutes, might be like a year. I don't know.
And as I said, at least 2 guards have gone down, and I do not think they came back.
Some guards will. If we find them, we'll bring them back. No promises, though. I don't know what's that.
I'll be back.
All right.
Take your time.
And you guys never see me again.
Yeah. I think if everyone's done eating, are we gonna rest our big friends? Is it the plan that we're gonna go in now, or are we gonna go in tomorrow?
I mean, I have no problems going in anytime.
Yeah, I
I
can
mean,
go
sooner
now.
we go in, the sooner we get paid, right?
Yeah, presumably.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just thinking if we go at night, maybe the things in there are sleeping. Or maybe they're awake then, I don't know.
I think they would be awake during the the night,
Well, it's
Okay, yeah.
also a
since
cave.
it'd
They
be
might
so
not
dark
have a
in a cave.
they might not have a day set night cycle.
Yeah.
No one's Zurian. He wants them to be awake.
Yes.
Nah, we'll find it then. Um, are you going in with us? Or do you wait outside? Do we need to protect you? What's the deal?
Whichever you would prefer. As I said, I am not a fighter. I would need protection, and I'm good at deciphering things, but I am not so good at disarming traps or getting myself away from danger.
I'm gonna look at the two rogues. I think they can handle the traps, right? You
Yeah, I
guys?
got it. You don't have to worry about that.
Okay. It might be handy to have someone who can decipher stuff, because I don't think we're the most literate party.
Yeah.
Or well read. No offense.
I mean, I am, but never really was much one for riddles and puzzles.
Yeah, it might be good to have someone who's good at them with us.
He nods.
I advise you probably stay near the chef. But I think he's gonna be like towards the back the most.
Yes, I will.
Yeah, so it's probably safest there. Unless we get ambushed, in which case we're all kind of fucked. So it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I mean, it's average.
It's a little above, but
I think you're actually smarter
mean,
than me.
10 is average, so.
You're, yeah.
I mean, I'm a smart man.
I was like, you're probably higher than me because I know I have like 2 8s, but no, I'm pretty smart actually. I have a 14.
He's got a lower charisma, which is only a 10.
Yeah, I don't know. I got the 2 8s, so we'll see. Don't think I will perceive anything.
Especially if you're at current disadvantage.
What?
Because you're cursed.
Do I have disadvantage on
Wisdom
perception?
checks.
Do I? I don't remember that being part
You're
of it.
cursed.
Yeah, was that part of the curse?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Let me write that down real quick.
I believe that was really the only
That and you can't
thing
let go of
other
it,
than not
basically.
being able to let go.
Yeah.
And I think it was also disadvantage on stealth while on a wall or ceiling. I think.
Maybe, I don't know.
Because you're holding on to a clink, clink, clink.
Yeah, the clank.
Yeah. Yeah. True. It's
It's only
fine.
specifically then when you're on the wall using that hand.
Yeah. When I'm moving on the wall, it's fine.
When you're sitting still, it doesn't take effect.
Yeah. We good to go? Too good to go?
I'm good.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
We're planning on going into the murder dungeon now.
The murder.
Okay.
I mean, technically every dungeon is a murder dungeon. Someone's getting murdered. Probably.
Any dungeon can be a murder dungeon if you try hard enough.
It just
And some are
depends
just
on
more
the-
murder dungeon than others.
Yes. I don't know why I said that like that.
You're probably thinking ahead till tomorrow.
This is possible. Or the shenanigans I have my group going against next time we go on into a session.
Anyone wanna prep anything? Oh, maybe we should go buy torches.
Torches, ration, other supplies for our cook in case we're down there for too long.
Yeah. Before we go. So we'll go to the general store. Do I still have the ring of jumping? No, I bought that for myself. I remember.
If it's in your inventory, you still have it.
Yeah, because I was like, I got landed a ring of jumping, but that was in a different campaign. I own one in this one.
Yes, you do. Making you a very jumpy frog.
I can now jump over buildings.
I have a
It's the coming
Okay,
down that's the
unfortunately.
potentially problem.
I'll get slow fall next level, it's fine. Is it even on my spell list? I don't think so. I mean, it probably is. It's on most casters'
Warlocks.
spell list. Anyway, let's go.
to the murder dungeon.
I mean, shopping first, then murder dungeon.
Right.
All right. You'll be able to find any of the general goods from the player's hand guide at the general store that you wish to buy at the set price. No worries about inflation here.
How about we just get another, I don't know, 20 rations? What's the price of rations anyway? I think it's 2 silver. Why isn't it? I wish if you typed something in roll 20 would tell you how expensive it was.
Yeah.
I think it's 2 silver pieces.
Hold on. It's one second. I know that there's a way to find this out on here. 'Cause I've seen the list, and it's the list that has the instead of the individual thing, it's the list that.
Oh, it's 5 silver pieces a ration. I just googled it.
Oh, you can do that too.
So 20 would be 10 gold.
Yeah.
I'll pay it. I feel like I still have too much money, so. Do we just want to add it to the chef's inventory? Because he's gonna be cooking it anyway. And I don't have enough strength to carry that.
Rations aren't really something you cook. They're basically things you can eat. They're already prepared.
Yeah,
you can
but
eat them.
could we reflavor them to be like some ingredients for him?
All right, I guess I'll go with that.
At least some of them.
That means you'll have to find a place to have time to cook things. But yeah, we can do that.
I mean, if we're taking a long rest, we'll have time to cook things probably.
Yeah.
So. Granted, I can't carry them, so someone else has to. I'm a weak little frog.
Mm.
I'm already carrying a lot of stuff. I should have a place where I take notes of all the items that are in my home.
Do they have a hunting trap?
Anything that's in the guide, so I believe that's a yes.
Yeah, they should.
Yes. Good.
Yeah, here it is. 5 gold, 25 pounds.
If I'm not mistaken, healing potions are in there as well.
They are like 50 gold.
Yeah.
The question
For the
is, do we
base.
want to buy some?
Yeah, good.
Because, I mean, do we have someone who can heal? I don't remember us having someone who can.
I can't.
Yeah, no.
Nope. This is why we could use an extra person.
It's fine, no healers. You just need to be careful. I'll buy one for each. Yeah, it's 5, so that's what's 100, 250?
Absolute worst case if I end up kicking the bucket. As Grizz knows, I can play some pretty brutally effective healers. So we have options.
Okay, yeah. Everyone gets 1 potion of healing, courtesy of Greg.
Well, thank you.
Remember that I bought them, so if I go down, give me a potion first. That's the No, I don't make a contract. I don't have that power yet. I don't think we do contracts anyway. So. Okay, are we good to go into the dungeon?
Buy some more potions of healing as well.
What are you doing?
He's also gonna buy a couple, just mostly for Greg.
Yeah, don't forget, everyone has at least one. I have actually quite a bit of HP for being level 4. Look at it.
I'm just really excited for next level.
Yeah, 5 is good.
I think this will be the first character I've ever had that has access to haste.
Don't forget the drawback on that spell, because I forgot it the first time I used it, and I was like, oh fuck. Everyone gets stunned.
Yeah,
Yep.
my intention is not to cast it on me.
You still stun whoever.
Yeah, but I'm concentrating on that.
True.
So if I play safe.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I'm immune to magically being stunned.
Really? Oh, that's nice.
But that's not how that one works. It just says you're incapacitated.
No, wait, that's paralysis. Never mind. But
Wait, you're immune to paralysis? How?
ring of free action makes you
Oh,
unable to
yeah.
be paralyzed or restrained magically.
I wanted that one,
Yeah,
but I was
this is different.
Yeah, I know, I heard, but I was still wrong anyway.
Anyway, let's go into the dungeon. Cave.
Alright, there's no Luxodon picture that I can find, so this is the closest I can get.
That's beautiful.
Love it.
Yes.
Just like I couldn't find an owl folk picture, so I use an actual owl.
It's a cute little owl, too.
They're also new. You have the same problem if you play a rabbit folk.
No, there's plenty.
Different.
There's plenty of bunny folk pictures you can find out there. Trust me.
I mean, kind of. But,
I mean, between Bugs Bunny and
I mean, yeah, but then you're like Bugs Bunny, and I'm like, ah.
there's all sorts. That's like
yeah.
there's a bunny folk in one of the games I play in once a month, and yeah.
Anyway,
I think she might have drawn it herself.
Into the murder pits we go.
All right. So, you and your group. Did somebody make sure they bought rope, by the way, and pitons, or have access to said the same?
I mean, I have rope, but I don't know if I have pitons, but I think I look my inventory is in
I have
airports.
access to 10 of them. Just from my backpack. And my kit.
I also got quite a bit of rope.
Yeah. Or it's safe here, but I should have. Oh, no, it does. I have a 50-foot length. You know, the default hempen rope. Something I was wondering, by the way, what's the point of having the silk versus hempen? Is it literally just weight?
Weight and expense, yeah. Also, I think that silk. Never mind. Yeah, I think
I
that
think
the
silk
difference
just
is
weighs
weight
less.
and price. Yeah, silk
But it
weighs
costs
less, but it costs a lot more because it's a lot harder to make. Whereas hemp is easy to grow and easy to shape. But they're both as strong.
Yeah. So if someone has pitons, I got hempen rope as well. And athletics.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so it's not long before you guys discover the location of this particular cavern. It's essentially a hole almost in the ground, a little bit outside of town, right at the edge of a field, where one of the farmers has like put up like a bit of temporary fencing around the sides of it. It's not hard to find, but he has to open up the gates for you to get into there. Basically saying that I don't want my animals stumbling into this pit. But yeah, you should be able to open it from this side. Should you be able to get out again? Last people went in haven't come back yet. But yeah, kind of gives you a grin and then leaves you alone. And
It's like that grin.
It's a. Go ahead.
I have a feeling I know why, but yes, it's normal.
Yeah, he seems to be just one of the locals, a farmer, and given your background and people you been around in the background, farmer types tend to be lowbrow,
This is fine.
and they grin at anything. But anyway, so it's basically a gaping hole in the ground. It's big enough that it could easily fit each of one of you trying to get down, including the Luxodon, who's the biggest. The ground is not so hard that you can't dig your piton in, and not so soft that the piton would be pulled back out again by your combined weights. So, with quick action, at least one of you hammering a piton in and securing that rope. Whoever's doing that, I would like you to give me some kind of dexterity roll. You can do it a check, or you can do yeah, it would have to be just a regular dexterity
I'd
roll.
say I do it because I can just climb without a problem, but I don't think I have the strength to do it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I got a 20 in Dex.
That's all.
Yeah, you can do it.
So whichever of you wants to secure the rope, go for it.
I will assist.
All right, advantage it is.
It's a Dex check, right?
Yes.
And I'm going to also use my. Wait, is that a? Um.
You were trying to say?
I'm trying to read the thing I'm looking for. It. No, never mind.
All right. So with the rope and the piton firmly secured into the ground, the group of you are able to descend and find yourself in a wide, dark cave. The occasional streak of bat overhead, and a soft plop here and there, and doesn't sound like it's from water either. What is your first order of business?
Anyone got a torch?
I mean, I got 10 in my big hole in.
You got what?
I got 10.
Yeah, take out the torch, because I can't see in the dark either. For now. Wait, can I see in the dark? No, I can't. I need to get Eldritch Sight
I'm
soon.
just gonna look around while they're getting the torches ready, just kind of see if I can see anything.
Roll investigation.
Okay, look. I'm good with that.
You look around and you see what seems to be the occasional pile of guano here and there. It's most likely from the bats above you.
Nice.
You also notice that there appear to be several pottery shards laying at the bottom of this, down past where your rope descended. And this is most likely what alerted people that there might be something interesting down in these caves when the cavern was first discovered. There's also bits of rock and debris, evidence from the cave-in itself when the hole just opened up after the quake.
I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy on the torch to make it brighter.
Give me a investigation roll, and you hear the squeaks of a few angry bats up above you who are being disturbed by the sudden brightness of light. All right, Larceny. As you're gazing around and like walking out a little bit into this cavern, you notice that there seem to be two passageways leading from here. One to the northwest and one to the northeast. The one to the northwest is a bit wider. Uh, there seems to be a slight breeze that seems to be tickling your torch from that direction. The one to the east is narrow and will probably just barely admit your Luxodon friend.
All right, where do you guys think we should go?
Eventually, I think both directions, but
Let's take the one where our friend can get in easily, or easier.
sounds good to me.
Because at least if something happens, then we can still like easily make it out. Just so we have like a general idea of what's happening here.
Sounds like a plan. What's our marching order?
I'll be in the back. Which way are we gonna
All
march?
right.
Up, down, east, south?
Since you guys are heading northwest, please arrange your tokens accordingly.
We're going this direction, right?
West.
Oh, no, west. Oh.
Yeah, towards the square.
Do you want the rogues in front, or at least one of them?
Oh, yeah.
I would say so.
I'll be right behind, in case something gets violent with you.
I want the Loxodon go right in front of me.
Thanks, I'm gonna
He's not left behind at all.
Misheard. All right. So Larceny, holding your torch, you start heading to the northwestern chambers, and find it opening up into another cavern with another passageway heading north. Give me a perception or investigation roll. All right. You see less bats in this direction as you're heading through. It looks like they're mostly concentrated in the main corridor. In the main cavern. But you do see the occasional rat, but they're all corpses, just kind of laying strewn about the ground up towards that northern passageway.
That doesn't seem too good. Do they look like they have any like bite marks or any kind of wounds?
Give me a medicine check. It's hard to tell. They're dead, they're decaying. Some of them are just bits of bone at this point.
Mm. Alright, I guess we'll press onward.
Alright. So you get into an even larger chamber, but you can still make out the walls from your torch. With another passageway heading north from beyond that. As if these are just little bundles of open space between parts of the passage. So from here, by the way, you feel a slight draft as you look up and around. You see to the northwestern this corridor, because the passageway here is north. There is a tiny little hole that seems to be leading up and up and up. It's way too small for any one of your party, even the frog and the owl, to get through. But perhaps something small like a bat might be able to shimmy through that tiny chimney that is likely leading up towards the surface, in where the air is breezing through.
All right.
What do you guys wish to do?
The path continues forward, doesn't it? So or no?
Yes, it continues forward.
Just continue forward because we can't get in there. And I don't have a familiar. I don't know if someone else does. Do you have a familiar? Looking at the archaeologist.
No, I do not have a familiar.
Do you recognize this kind of thing?
This looks like natural cave formations to me.
Are you asking if it's familiar?
What up, Tish?
Wow, okay, we continue and we leave him behind. No, just joking.
Alright, so you can continue and press on forward and finally get to a cave that even with your torch you cannot see the other side of. It is a vast open space, and it is parts of it are just covered in what appears to be dense webbing.
Should I torch it?
Your torchlight
I was
is
thinking the same thing.
reflecting against the white strands here and everywhere. Many of them
How
bundled up.
much web is there?
From what you can see, just from the entrance to this area, there's got to be multiple large spiders in this room or nearby.
And we say spider webs, are we talking like just the accumulation of decades and centuries of house spiders, or does it look like it was made by something substantially larger?
Like as I just said,
Yeah.
large spiders.
Yeah, probably large
Large
part.
spider can be breeding spiders from Australia, or it
No,
could be
no,
spiders
no.
in Skyrim.
Crack size spider, if not bigger.
Cool.
Size spider that could eat Grek or Shiu easily. Yeah.
Could I try and figure out from the web what kind of spider it is? Specifically, because I know there are like quite a bit of different species.
Give me a
out
nature
of
check.
nature. And I'm from the jungles, surrounded by spider folk, so I might know.
The spider folk, most of them aren't that good with webs. In fact, the only type of kind of spider folk that seem to be good with webbing, more than just a very tiny amount, are somewhere down to the south on this continent, not from where you're from.
No, but like they probably had some big spider, but I don't know. Anyway, I don't know anything about the web. Probably.
Yeah. The spider racks aren't really known for being web spinners. They're spider-like in appearance. They're not that much, spidery.
Anyway, do I know or do I not?
You do not. You're like, look around and realize these are not the kind of spiders that lived in the jungle at all. Whatever these are, they're cave dwellers. What do the rest of you wish to do?
I'm asking the party, do they want me to to burn all the webbing to the ground?
That'll definitely piss them off.
I say yes.
If we're gonna do that, maybe I should be more in the front. Looks at Larson.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, oh yeah. There's another concern I have.
Hmm.
We're in a cave. If
Yes.
I torch it, it will burn up the oxygen that we breathe.
The Loxodon is nodding as well. Yes, with all the smoke and the fire, that could be a problem.
How long of a walk was it to get to where we are right now?
It seemed to take you a few minutes. Maybe as many as 10.
I mean, we don't need the fire.
Alright. Well, there goes a great deal of my combat potential. Or it's going to be my thing. So I'm glad I'm trying to, as a player at this, but I was trying to think, what should I do? Because yeah, burning it all out would probably be a good move to limit their mobility. But there's also the potential of killing us.
Also, if we
just
burnt
be-
it, we can see the entire room. If it travels fast.
I was thinking, what if I just cast Unseen Servant? And servants are really good at dealing with spider webs because they're a butler and they deal with webs all the time in a mansion. So no, but it's a spell slot. Only if two. I don't know. We could burn it down. I'm just a bit concerned about air, but there was that air vent a bit back, so it shouldn't be too bad.
That might get blocked by the smoke, because smoke would go up.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. The smoke would get filtered out through there, so because the smoke would be on the ceiling, so as soon as it got to there, it would have a way out instead of being trapped in here.
I could also torch it and could just leave and come back tomorrow. Let it burn out.
Yeah, we could do that.
I'm not the same. We shouldn't. We could. How about this? We light it on fire and we try and go down the other tunnel. And then after that, we can come back and the fire should be done firing. Right?
Alright.
Do the fire.
Alright.
And then try and squeeze down the tunnel, the other one.
What was that last one? What did you say just now?
So I think, I mean, Greg's proposal is that we light this one, let it burn, and then we go down the one where the Loxodon couldn't quite easily get in, but could he not get in at all, or did he just need to like did we just need to like push him in there in the beginning? Grizz.
It looked like a tight squeeze, not something that he couldn't get through.
Okay, yeah. We're gonna do that then. I mean, that's my proposal. Y'all can choose not to. I'm not the dictator, so.
Let me check and see if I have some oil. Yeah, I do.
One other thing. More likely when you do light this, they're more likely going to be chasing us.
I have an idea.
I mean, wouldn't they be trapped behind the fire?
Do you just sit in the fire, or do you try to flee for the fire?
I mean, depends on how far they can go back, right? Because I doubt their first thought when they see a sea of flame is let's run through that.
Depends where they are.
I mean, it depends on where they are, but I mean, if they're stuck there, they're gonna run to the fire, and if they run to the fire, I think we can take him. You know?
I think we could, like, to the cave entrance, we could use that oil that I have to just put it along the cave floor so that it just makes like a wall of fire. So they can't really chase us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with this. Other than the fact that they can climb walls.
Well, if the walls are on fire,
It's just a matter of being careful about it.
yeah.
But honestly, I like the idea of not having to fight what could be a massive cave full of spiders, not being able to use 90% of my spell repertoire. Because I figured, hey, a chef would probably use a lot of fire.
You
I say
could learn
whatever.
some ice spells and make like desserts.
Whatever we do,
Uh-huh.
those that don't want to be rushed by any potential spiders should be behind me.
Yeah, that's where I am right now, right?
Yeah, I'll let you go. I'm gonna hand you the torch and get behind you.
Yeah, I'll get just close enough to do, like what I need to do, and I'll use burning hands.
And you're gonna set the webs
Or
on
not,
fire?
or not burning hands. I'll use firebolt. Yeah, I'm gonna set the webs on fire.
Yeah,
And then
that's
use the
good because that
haste
way
bolt.
you can stand back further away.
Exactly.
You should let me put the oil on the floor first.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, 120 feet.
And then Larcy's getting behind me, I imagine.
Yeah.
Guess we're gonna let the big angry sword boy be the closest to the action.
Probably, I don't know how much health everyone has, but I think I might be one of the ones the most.
Wait, I'm resistant to fire.
I don't think it's just fire that you need to be resistant to for spiders.
Yeah, I guess. I just meant like if the fire like bounces on you or something.
Eh. Stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah.
Or hug something while I'm on fire. One of the two.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, good for me. I'm immune to poison damage. That's gonna help.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Well, how much of this oil will I use?
To you.
I'll use. I think I have 2 flasks, so I'll use one of them.
And once the thing's behind, or once he gets behind Jiren, Jiren's going to take a basically defensive stance, so a dodge action.
Alright, so you spread oil along the entrance to this part of the cave. You throw a firebolt, and woof! Suddenly there is a roaring inferno in front of you. How close are you standing?
I mean, probably as far, decent bit back at least. I'm not gonna stand right next to the fire.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
in less than a minute, only about like 30 seconds, smoke is starting to drift your way, as well as a wall of heat. There probably is nothing coming in this direction other than the what you've just caused, this rapid wall of fire. The longer you stay there, the more likely you're going to be taking damage.
Yeah, let's just get back. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's go into the other cave.
Yeah, we'll come back in like 3 to 4 hours.
Make sure your spider's evenly cooked.
I just love that I was able to let my inner pyro shine, and hopefully it worked. Fingers crossed.
We'll just
Yeah, that's
we'll just see what happens with this.
exactly.
Alrighty then. So, having
Yeah,
said
we vacate that section of tunnel.
having set a major blaze and making this area impassable, you guys retreat back into the caves, finally making it to the entrance where the air is cooler and there's just some squawking of seemingly unhappy bats at this point up above you.
They would be unhappy.
They're all fired up.
Yeah, you know. Batter's gone batty.
They caved into peer pressure.
I think you're just swinging at it at this point.
So, your plan is now to head to the northeast?
I mean, yeah.
Seems so.
Alright. So, your group squeezes your way through.
I hope the guards weren't in there.
You only think about that now.
The worst part is I don't think Zeri would have even cared.
I'd like to point out that there didn't seem to be any. Basically just like a wall of web. If they're in there, I think they'd rather die.
That or they are already dead.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out. Maybe.
Yeah.
If not, we made it fast.
Anyway, you squeeze on through and squeeze on through until finally you make it to another smaller cave than you've seen before. One that appears to have a door embedded in the side of it. There are also bits more of obvious crushed pottery, and what looks like pieces of what used to be a statue laying crumpled on the ground.
Hey, architect person.
Huh.
What do you
I'm not
think
an
this
architect.
is?
I am an archaeologist. Oh. Oh. This looks like Quitman style statuary. Kind of like moves over towards the crushed parts of a statue and kind of like starts to look it over. Did that go through? Did you guys hear me?
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out Zero would. I think Zero would just basically be next to him, just kind of watching around as he's looking at the statue.
All right.
Just listening as he nerds out.
Anyone else?
What's happening?
crushed statue.
And what appears to be a door on the side of the cave.
We can try and open it.
Both it and the statue seem to be plated in some kind of green.
Can I try and figure out what it is?
Sure. Roll me an investigation.
Oh, wait. Can I, before you say anything,
All right.
I need to check something. Is this ability checks as well? Because I will. No, that's the wrong one. Where is it? Is it the one? No, that's not what I'm looking for. Isn't that the one? Maybe I'm blind. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
A check. Okay, I'm gonna add a d4.
This is a fail ability check. You can do it. So you can.
I mean,
fail.
Chris, do I fail?
Well, I was gonna give you a little bit of information about what you see in front of you.
What about a 17? More information?
Slightly more. What you see in front of you is some sort of green colored green colored pottery and some slightly greenish stone. It's as if there's like crushed emerald or maybe jade kind of infused into it, or maybe brushed over the surface as a paint or pigment that kind of melded into the stone over time.
No.
What?
Those precious stones.
It's quite nice. But the making of everything is unfamiliar to you since you're from a different continent.
This is weird. Anyway, can we open the door?
Do you wish to try and open the door?
I don't. I'm like, hey, can we open the door? And I'll look at the two rogues.
Also, looking at the door, as you get a bit closer to it, you notice that the green is kind of in a it's kind of in a pattern. Let's see.
Do I need to make an arcana check?
No, with that investigation check, you probably already knows. It looks like some kind of like serpenty dragon type form, kind of greenish in color.
Do you know anything about like a green serpent dragon thingy, Mr. Archaeologist?
And the archaeologist, after nodding, says, "Oh, well, of course. It makes sense. That probably be a jade dragon, the symbol of the Kutwan Empire, also known as the Jade Empire."
Is that good or bad?
It depends on your point of view. It's been gone for many thousands of years. It fell during the Third Age to demons, and the various groups and cities scattered and, well, eventually formed their own countries.
I mean, that's all fine and well. I mean, like, are they known for, like, trapping or, like, magic trapping or, like...
Traps, yes. That said many of their
things like that.
ancient tombs are trapped and have protections. It's even said that towards the end of the Empire, the final Jade Emperor was delving deep into necromancy.
Oh, that sounds fun. Would you happen to know, like, the mechanism behind that so we could avoid it and not die?
Mechanism behind what?
The death traps.
Uh,
Like, how are they, like, did they do, like, pressure plates? Did they do, like, ooh, you touch that, arcane bolt in your face? Like, what's their MO?
Well, considering jade dragons are green dragons at heart, poisons are common, as are acids, possibly diseases. Kind of thinks for a moment. There might be some other more stabby traps from what I've read.
Did you read anything about, like, how the traps worked?
I'm afraid not. I'm not particularly good at disarming things.
I mean, it's not about disarming. It's like they were known for doing like cool pressure pressure plate traps or something. Like I don't know. I don't know
Well,
if you
I
know how
think
to
some of
disarm
the
them.
traps go off if you hit the wrong combination, if you're trying to open a door or something like that, something to deter thieves in their tombs. Um, there might be some sort of mechanism, either to stab you from underneath or from the door itself, or perhaps drop something on you, either acidic or poisonous from above.
Uh huh. Okay. Do you know like what their general like password is? Like they love the word dog, and that's why all their passwords are dog. I don't know. Just a random
Well,
example.
they had a more of a ideographic language than phonetic.
Okay, circle square or square circles.
It's not as concise as the hieroglyphs you might find in Elephime, but if you find certain symbols, I can translate. I do know ancient Quitwan. I've studied it. I do not know how it sounds, of course, but I know the writing.
Uh, do you have a book and pen with you?
Always.
Can you like write down the ones we definitely should not touch?
I
Like,
don't know. I don't know whose tomb this might be. If this is a tomb, I assume it is a tomb, given the pottery out here and the statue with the
I
remains
mean,
inside.
true, but like, isn't there like I
Mm.
don't know a word that says no touchy in whatever language it is?
No, this would be have been created to deter thieves who would have also known the language,
Yeah, but like, wouldn't
assuming that
there?
they were literate to begin with.
Yeah, but like, wouldn't there be like, this is the point where if you pass by, we will murder you? Like,
Uh, he kind of
I
points
don't
at the
know.
door. I imagine since it's protected by the Jade Dragon, that passing by through the door is the point by which one would murder you.
Okay.
And since that you're being paid to, detrap and potentially render any enemies that could be around, help unable to do anything, I think that is a bit of a you problem, shall we say?
Look, we dragged your ass down here. I was just wondering if you could be helpful, you know?
Well, it's kind of our job to do that part. He got us to this part. That's his job.
Alright, I'm checking
I
for
mean,
traps.
I mean, you didn't even see the door.
Can I
Roll
make an
investigation.
investigation check to check
Yes.
for traps?
Roll
Okay.
investigation, please.
It's a bit of you problem. All of that.
I'm gonna
Door seems perfectly fine to you. You think you can even you think you even know how to open it?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay far away from the door when he attempts this.
point to me.
Not just any of it. With the traps now. I mean, I feel a bit safer that he said poison, but then he said acid. I'm like, acid doesn't sound fun.
Yeah, no, I'm not touching that door. I don't. I don't know if I trust myself.
Come on, you can't trust yourself. You're a big boy. Or girl. You can do it. Well, I'm all the way over here.
Why don't you use your fucking weird magic to open it or something?
I don't have door magic. I'm not seen magic. I have you puke magic,
Hello?
and I have stab your
Hello.
friend magic.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Larceny, can you maybe open the door? No,
That was
the wrong one.
larceny.
Oh, yeah, what's the... you have larceny, and then you have...
Shit.
Chia.
Chill. Can you try the door? Maybe you're the door specialist? I
Shu,
don't know.
are you
Okay.
okay to play today? I mean, you sound pretty well.
I threw up a few minutes ago.
Yeah, maybe you should lay down.
No, I'll just be here listening.
Okay.
Well,
Does
I
that mean we're,
can
like, you have
still
low energy, but you want to play?
yes.
Oh, I know that feeling.
Yeah, I feel that.
Anyway,
Anyway, yeah, I could try to open the door.
okay.
So I just roll my thieves' tools for the door.
Um,
Chris,
Yep, I'm
did
listening.
you hear him? He was asking.
Yeah, yeah. You can investigate it to see if there's any traps. You can attempt to use thieves' tools. It
I'm
doesn't
gonna
appear to
try
be
to open it.
okay. So you're just gonna try to open it.
Yes.
Okay. So you basically walk over as Larceny is backing up, and just kind of push into the image of the wings that you can see more clearly now, and push open the door, which unfortunately for you sets off a trap directly on over top of it, and
All right.
a thing of acid comes falling down on top of you. Roll a dexterity saving throw, please. You're a rogue, you have evasion, so at least that.
Yeah, no, that's hard.
No, I don't have evasion.
Oh, you don't yet?
Evasion.
Oh,
Evasion
crap.
7.
Oh, sorry, for some reason I thought that was level 3. You're splashed for 11 points of acid damage.
All right.
Do you not, real quick, you don't have expertise in those tools, do you?
No, I only have proficiency.
Okay, good. I was wondering because it looks like it didn't even add your proficiency.
Well, he wasn't. What else is a deck save?
I just opened the door. Yeah.
Oh, just opened it.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
opened it, and a thing of acid came falling down on top of you and splashing you with
Oh,
acid.
right.
There's a bit of a
Right.
sizzle
I think
as
he was
it hits the
attempting
ground.
to unlock it, and that triggered.
No, it wasn't locked. I said that it was not locked.
Apologies.
I do have a question. Don't rogues have proficiency in deck saves?
Oh, Dex. Oh, that was an ability check. Whoops, sorry.
I mean, wait,
Yeah.
you would have rolled a what, a 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that still wouldn't have avoided it, sadly.
Well, that looks like it sucks.
Yeah.
Just maybe keep an eye out above when you're looking for traps as well.
Yeah.
These are gonna take a while to grow back.
That's fine. We'll find a healer once we get out of here. Into the death pits we go. Did you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So who wants to go first?
You're currently at the southwest corner of this room. To the northwest corner of the room and to the southeast corner of the room are big, hulking skeletons.
Wow.
That seem to be formed up of multiple skeletons.
Like bone golem type shit.
Something like that.
Good to know.
Can I try sneaking?
Sure. Roll stealth.
What larceny?
Alright. They don't appear to have noticed you.
Alright, I'm just gonna stay hidden for a little bit.
Looking around, you see 2 doors. One to the north and one to the east. This room is made out of stone. The floor is actually pretty clean. It looks like this place has been fairly sealed. In fact, there's if it wasn't for the acid in the air would have smelled extremely stale. But with the acid and especially hitting skin, it well kind of colored your perceptions at first. But going in, it definitely feels stale and like an old whiff of decay and something else, some sort of maybe preservative agent or something.
So is there anybody who just watching you vanish? He's gonna look at the rest of the group. Should we enter? Or do we need to be sneaky?
I don't think there's anything alive in there.
Well, if there is, I can fix that.
I mean, yeah, so.
Sounds like a hard job.
Yeah, I think there's probably nothing alive in there, and if there is, it's probably not alive anymore. So it should be not that bad, right? Unless it's a lich.
Sure. He would probably just start walking in because he's not being told to be sneaky.
I will follow with a bit of separation. Because, traps.
You guys got his axes, shield it ready.
I was putting that there to note where the doorway is.
There.
Yeah, Zirin, as you enter in, you hear a click, 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 click sound coming from either side of the room, north, west, and southeast.
Hey, look in those directions.
Is it too late to is it too late to hide?
Um, let's see. There's no place to hide in the middle of the room, but those of you who are outside of the room can have a potential of hiding.
Okay.
Zirin, you see what looks to be enormous skeletons made up of multiple skeletons on either side. Just kind of standing there. But now it looks like they are starting to move a bit. The bones climbing up the body and looking like they're moving back down as if that's how they move.
We got friends.
Where this thing is it in view of the doorway for those of us that are outside? Or do I just
Yes.
hear him say this to the room?
Larson, you said you were in the middle of the room, yes?
I think so.
Yeah.
Uh,
So this is basically showing where you guys are at physically. And this is what you see on either side of the room.
is it like one being or is it like multiple beings?
Each of them look like a single thing made up of many little things. Like they're, one being each made up of multiple skeletons.
Hmm.
We got a big skeleton made out of a bunch of little skeletons.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we got.
Okay.
Snacky time.
Like a bone golem sort of deal.
Yeah. We really need a cleric for old Scott. No, it's fine. We can handle this. I have bludgeoning damage.
It will be fine.
It'll be fine.
Do I have anything that's bludgeoning? Do I even care if I have anything that's bludgeoning? Probably not.
You can smack him.
You give the old smackaroni.
Yeah. Is there anything good?
I think there's two skeleton things, monster things, like I said.
No, but like good.
I think there's another door. I'm more focused on the things that are moving currently. I guess permission to go violent.
Yes. But be safe.
Yes.
Thank you. I wasn't sure where the door was.
All right, so on to battle.
Yeah, I'd love to make an opening salvo. Or they are like, is there any chance we can get like an initial round, or do they already know we're here?
They're already moving, so yeah, they know you're here.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I changed my mind. I actually need to stop.
Okay. How do you guys feel about stopping completely until 2 weeks? For
Considering
Right,
what
yeah,
kind of
for-
combat, I'm okay with.
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll just roll initiatives so it's in there.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm so sorry
You're
you're not feeling well.
Well, I guess it's 2 weeks for a battle plan. It's okay.
Yeah,
My
especially because
battle
I'm looking at the CR and going, So I might be able to sneak in a cleric and get a cleric to help you before that.
Sneak in a cleric. By that you mean murder one of us?
No, not at all. I mean, as I'm looking at the CR and going, oh crap! I think I put something that's potentially deadly to you right here.
Probably. It's fine though. I already have an idea.
No, because I don't actually want to kill you guys. So I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna have
think of
them-
something.
Murder each other.
Yeah,
That's my
alright.
plan.
Alright, I'm gonna
Alright.
go lie down now.
Yeah, I hope you feel better
Feel
soon.
better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Friend.
Bye.
See you in 2 weeks.
Bye.
I